Start your engine.
Hey race fans, we are here live at Kentucky for the Measure 300 presented by Ritz. Let's take a look at the top 10 starting lineup. Now, it says Matthew Rodriguez, but really it's Matthew McMurray. I forgot to change the name, so I apologize for that in advance. He's on the pole, and right next to him is Jake Baskinger. Row 2, we have Tyler Williams and Ralph Greene. Row 3, we have Danny Wells and Connor Breton. Row 4, we have Justin Acosta and Dillon Poteet in the 18. All of Joe Gibbs' cars are in the top 10. And rounding out that field in the top 10 is Zohar Mudden and Robert Brooks. We're in this race for 40 laps as we are about to get ready for those famous words.
Drivers, start your engines!
And we just got the command to start the engines. Let's see if anyone's going to have any problems starting off as these cars are getting ready to roll. Whoa! Whoa! What in the world? Oh man! What in the world is Matthew? Whoa! Whoa! I'm baffled right now. Oh, another car's having trouble. It's Das Kaplande, too. Whoa, I have no idea what happened. Matt McMurray, I guess his car got stuck in reverse, and he's going to go to pit road. Well, it looks like we have a new pole sitter, Tyler Williams. His two Joe Gibbs teammates are going to start right behind him in 3rd and 5th. And Justin Acosta, he got damaged from that, so I don't know if it's going to affect his ride, but we're going green at Kentucky with a weird start to this event. Tyler Williams leads them into turns 1 and 2. Right behind him is his teammate Connor Breton in the 11, and Dillon Poteet's running in the 18 now. He's running in 4th. As we go to turn 3, and whoa, Connor Breton, he drove in there hard. And whoa, they're almost 4 wide out of turn 4. Whoa, leading his first lap. It's going to be, whoa, Ralph Greene. Ralph Greene will lead the first lap. Whoa, you just saw that these cars can go 4 wide at this track. So we're going to have to expect some hard racing as Ralph Greene is the race leader. Coming up in second behind him is Wilson Kennedy in the 04. And here comes Robert Brooks in the 2 after that real bad wreck at Road America. And he flipped last week at Daytona. Now coming on the inside of him is Alexander Dawson in the 5 car. Pushing up behind him is Jake Baskinger in the 30. As Ralph Greene continues to lead, but Wilson Kennedy is on his tail. No yellow flags yet. As Wilson Kennedy's trying to make a move for the lead now in the 04. Well, this is going to be some wild racing tonight. As Wilson Kennedy now drives to the inside to take the lead. Jake Baskinger is going to make it 3 wide for second in that 30 Monster Energy Chevy Impala. And it looks like he's going to try to go for the lead now. As Wilson Kennedy will lead this lap. But Jake Baskinger, that 30 car is on the move. And it looks like our Daytona winner is trying to move up. Barney Ward in the 89. Right now he's on the inside of Jack Richards. That 89 car is one powerful machine. Ever since Barney Ward took control of that 89, it has been non-stop. He already has 2 wins. He won at Nashville and he won at Daytona just last week. And Jake Baskinger is extending his lead to 0.3 of a second over Robert Brooks. Let's see who else I see. And there goes Jake Baskinger's teammate in the 31, Peter Paolucci, who blew up last week. And coming up behind him is Ryan Acosta in the 38. Let's go to Ryan Acosta's hood camera and see what he sees. Ryan Acosta in the 38. He is pushing up behind that 31 machine. He is doing whatever he can, and we are still green, shockingly. And Ryan Acosta, he is not backing off from that 31 car at all. Let's head further back and see who else I see. There's Cody Llamas in the 60 car. He almost got hit by Danny Wells in the 32, but he backed off. And here comes Joseph Lombard. If anyone knows Kentucky, it's this guy. This guy, he had 2 wins in the Truck Series, and they both were at Kentucky. So it wouldn't be shocking to see him near the front. There's Matt Wells in the 6, who had that real bad wreck at Road America. Right under him is Jeramie Britt in the 12 car. Jeramie Britt. Whoa! Oh, we got trouble! Travis Mitchell and Justin Acosta. Oh, we got trouble in the back. And I believe that's going to bring out the caution. Yes, it will. Justin Acosta and Travis Mitchell. The two of them get together in turn 4 as we have our first yellow flag. Justin Acosta, who ran into Matthew McMurray at the start, he had that little hood damage, and then Travis Mitchell, they both just get together as we have our first yellow flag. Let's take a look and see what happened to these two as we have our first caution at Kentucky, and Jake Baskinger led them at the line. And it looks like Matthew McMurray came back onto the track. As the yellow flag is out, Jake Baskinger is still the leader. And here's what happened to bring out our first caution. Justin Acosta, who got involved with Matthew McMurray at the start of the race. He was trying to make his way back up, and then he just drove it into turn 3 too hard, and he collects himself along with the 4 of Travis Mitchell. Whoa. Oh, it looked like he also got a tap from Nicholas Wilson in the 51 car, and that sent Justin Acosta into a spin. Whoa, Justin Acosta, lately, over the last few weeks, he has had bad luck. Last week, he blew up in the back straightaway. And this week, he gets into a wreck twice. Let's take a look at this from Nicholas Wilson's hood camera and see what he saw. Okay, here's a view from Nicholas Wilson's camera in the 51 car. Whoa, he just got a hard hit back from the 5th in the back of the 1 car, and that makes him slow down. I believe something broke because he's gotten way off the pace, and he's dropped below the apron. And it looked like another car dropped below the apron as well. I think that's Trent Dunham in the 8. We're gonna have to take a look and see. And nope, I was wrong. The car that got below the apron, that is the 22 of Tim Froehlich. Just before he crossed the line, his car just slowed down and he went below the apron. I don't know if that 22 car, I don't know if something broke under the hood or what, but Tim Froehlich has slowed down, and I believe he's gonna go to pit road. That's gonna be a real shame for that 22 team. This is one of their best tracks. Tim Froehlich is not going to be happy with this, as he's going straight to pit road, I believe. Now here's one last view of the caution from Travis Mitchell's camera. He was just an innocent victim, and he had nowhere to go. He didn't even see the 1 car right under him, as he just slams into the wall. They needed a good run, but the 4 team, it was just another example of bad luck. And here we are back at Kentucky as we see Tim Froehlich going down pit road, and Tim Froehlich is taking a pit stop, and there's the 4 of Travis Mitchell, who got involved in that caution. And he's taking a pit stop. I don't think he's dropping out of the race either, as well as Nicholas Wilson. We're just going to have to wait and see, as they are the only 3 cars on pit road. We're going to take a quick break and be back in time for the restart as we see Tim Froehlich. He's coming back onto the track, and he's going to stay on the lead lap. We're going to take a quick break and be back. And here we are back at Kentucky getting ready for the restart. Matthew McMurray is 2 laps down, and I believe he's going to be a slow car. I'm going to give a top 10 rundown. Jake Baskinger, Robert Brooks, Ryan Acosta, Peter Paolucci, Dillon Poteet, Ralph Greene, Chevy Gilliam, Connor Breton, Tyler Williams, and Jack Richards. That's your top 10. And shockingly, no one has retired out of the race yet. Nicholas Wilson is 40th. Travis Mitchell is 39th. Tim Froehlich made a pit stop. He's 38th. And Justin Acosta is 37th. No one is out of the race yet as the pace car leaves the track. And we are having the restart. It looks like Matt McMurray's car is up to speed. We're just going to have to wait and see what happens as Jake Baskinger is leading them off into the first turn. And look at Ryan Acosta. He's trying to use Matthew McMurray as leverage to try to get a little 2-car tandem going. And Ryan Acosta, whoa, he's making it 3 wide with a lap car, and that's going to make Jake Baskinger go way on the high side as Ryan Acosta takes the lead. But here comes Dillon Poteet in the 18. And leading this lap is going to be, whoa, Dillon Poteet barely. Dillon Poteet is now the race leader. Coming up behind him is Chevy Gilliam in the 70, and Ralph Greene is trying to move back up. Just high-speed Kentucky racing. And here comes Tyler Williams. He tried to make it 3 wide, but he had to back off. And look at this. And look at this. It was almost 3 wide for the lead. Chevy Gilliam, he tried to edge out Ralph Greene, but Ralph Greene led that lap. And look at this 4-car tandem right here. Ralph Greene, Peter Paolucci, Tyler Williams, and Alexander Dawson in the 5-car. And Jake Baskinger, he's dropping back. He's stuck in the middle with no drafting help. Oh, here comes Joseph Lombard in the 3-car. And whoa, Jake Baskinger, he almost got into the 2 of Ralph Greene, but he backed off. And whoa, 4 wide at the line. All these guys are racing hard. As you can see, Ralph Greene trying to pull away from the pack. That 09 car is running good today. Ralph Greene has not had much success lately in this series, but today he's doing good. Coming up in second is Peter Paolucci, but here comes Alexander Dawson in the 5-car, and he drove it hard in the inside. And there goes Wilson Kennedy. He's trying to get drafting help from Barney Ward, but here comes Joseph Lombard. He's driving hard in that inside. As we take a look at Jack Richards in the 15 car trying to get behind him. Let's go to the hood of Jack Richards. Jack Richards now running in 6th place, I believe. He is trying to get behind that 3 car, hopefully trying to get some drafting help. And it looks like the field has caught up to Ralph Greene. I don't know who led the lap. I think it was still Ralph Greene. Yes, it was. And whoa, here's another car moving up. The 01 of Alex Drayton. Alex Drayton hasn't had much success. He had a bad wreck at Road America. And here comes Tim Froehlich in the 19. Whoa, he almost got hit by the 2 car, but he backed off. And whoa, Jake Baskinger, he is just dropping back. And so is Tyler Williams. And here comes the new driver of the 87, Joshua Collard. He replaced Nick Knotts after he got fired last week. That 87 car is trying to move up. Right now the ticker says he's in 19th, as they are just racing 3 wide hard back here. They better be careful as we see the... Whoa, Joshua Collard. Whoa, he got into Dillon Poteet, but he backed off. And caution's out. We had another wreck somewhere. Caution is out, and Peter Paolucci is the leader. Let's see what happened. I see Lucas Wilson back here. Oh, no, the 60 of Cody Llamas and Tim Shell in the 44. He's smoking. Anyone else get involved? No, I don't see. It's just the 60 and the 44. Whoa, we're going to have to take a look and see. Our Texas winner, Tim Shell, is smoking. I don't see any damage on his car. Well, it looks like he's got some side damage. Yes, he does. We're going to have to take a look as we have our second caution. And here's what happened to brought out our second caution. Almost the exact same situation as the first. Cody Llamas was behind his teammate Matt Wells in the 6th. And then Tim Shell, he just drove it in there a little too hard. And he gets into the left rear of Cody Llamas. And that just sends them both straight into the wall. Tim Shell just spins and Cody Llamas nearly flipped. As Tim Shell's car just smoked. He's done for the day. And Cody Llamas in the 60, there is a lot of damage on that fast old Ford Mustang. Cody Llamas, he is not going to be happy with this. There's Travis Mitchell and Tim Froehlich driving by. They both have slow cars. Let's take a look at this from the rear view of Matt Wells, because he was right in front of this. And here we are with the rear camera of Matt Wells. There's Cody Llamas back there trying to drive behind him, and then he just got hit by the 44. Here we are on board with the 12 of Jeramie Britt. He was right behind Jenny Castro when this happened. There's the smoke. He just barely avoided the 44 of Tim Shell. That's good driving by the 12. As you can see the caution lights and the yellow flag waving. And here we are back at Kentucky, getting ready for the restart. Time for another... Well, the cars that are out of the race are Tim Shell and Cody Llamas. They're both out of the race. Time for a top 10 rundown as we're about to see the pace car drive off the track. Peter Paolucci, Joseph Lombard, Jack Richards, Alexander Dawson, Connor Breton, Ralph Greene, Wilson Kennedy, Robert Brooks, Barney Ward, and Chevy Gilliam. That's your top 10. Peter Paolucci is going to lead them off as Matt McMurray is finally in 39th. Not that it matters. As we are taking the restart, and it looks like Matthew McMurray is trying to get one of his laps back. Uh-oh. Here comes Jack Richards on the inside. If anybody needs a win, it's this 15 car. He dropped to 3rd in the points, and he is still winless this season. He almost won at Richmond until a last lap pass ruined his chances. But now we see Alexander Dawson trying to make a move on the lead. And Jack Richards, he's trying to get a run out the outside, but I don't think he's going to get it as Alexander Dawson is a race leader. He just led that lap. And here comes Wilson Kennedy. He won at California earlier this season. And Alexander Dawson, he is trying to pull away now. Wilson Kennedy is hanging out to 2nd. And here comes Robert Brooks. Whoa. Robert Brooks, he drove it in there hard, but luckily he backed off. And look at Alexander Dawson. Alexander Dawson, he is just pulling away from this pack. But I doubt he'll stay out front for long. As we see the 70 car of Chevy Gilliam, he's trying to move up now in the field. Whoa, and look at this. Teammates are trying to work together. Joseph Lombard and Trent Dunham in that new E-concert scheme. And whoa, Trent Dunham, he went way on the outside. He almost got into Wilson Kennedy. And here comes Tim Fiegel in the 19. A pretty strong driver, even though he's way down in the points. He already he almost won at Chicagoland, or was it Kansas? I can't remember. As we see Alexander Dawson, he's still using this clean air to move up. And here comes our Daytona winner, Barney Ward. And whoa, Joseph Lombard, he almost gets into the 89, but he backed off. These passer cars, they're trying to do whatever they can to catch that 5 car, because right now that 5 is powerful. There we see Tim Froehlich and Chevy Gilliam trying to work together, as we see Joseph Lombard trying to get a run on the high side. Let's head further back. There's Adam Chambers in the 28. Let's see. Here comes Dillon Poteet. His teammate is trying to get up here, but I don't see him trying. And there's Jack Richards. Jack Richards is dropping back. And here comes Adam Fiegel in the 9. He's being pushed by Pichu London in the 9 car. Whoa, and Peter Paolucci. Whoa, he had the lead on the restart, and he has dropped way back. He's dropped back to, let's see, he has dropped back to 21st. I don't know if he had a problem or what. He's about to go 3 wide with Joshua Collard and Pat Acosta in the 14. Pat Acosta, he needs a good run today. And here comes our Road America winner, Callum Wells. He's trying to move up in the 16 car. As they are 4 wide going into turn 1. Whoa, these guys better be careful. And whoa, Pat Acosta and Tyler Williams. Well, they made contact. They almost get into the wall, but they saved it. As we see Trent Dunham trying to go to the inside. He's trying to get behind his good friend Jenny Castro. And here comes Evan Brinker in the 88. Let's head back to the front now. And it's still all about Alexander Dawson. Look at that 5 car. That 5 car is moving. Nobody has caught up to that 5 car yet. As Wilson Kennedy has made it to 2nd. As we see Chevy Gilliam in the 70 hanging on to 3rd. Joseph Lombard's in 4th. Barney Ward 5th. Jack Richards 6th. And just had a battle for 7th. But Ryan Acosta won that battle. 8th is Dillon Poteet. It's about to be Adam Fiegel. And rounding out the top 10 is Adam Chambers in the 28. And I don't see another yellow flag. We're still green. Oh! Are you kidding me? Alexander Dawson blows up! Oh my gosh! The leader of the race blows up! Oh my gosh! I am so glad I caught that. The number 5 tax slayers, Chevy Impala of Alexander Dawson, blows up while he is leading the race. Oh my god. I bet Alexander Dawson is not happy with this. With less than 10 laps to go, he blows up. And our new race leader is Wilson Kennedy. Oh my gosh, Alexander Dawson, I bet he is kicking himself right now. This changes everything as we now have 8 laps to go. Now we have a race. Wilson Kennedy is the race leader. But here comes Jack Richards in the 15. Jack Richards takes the lead, but coming up behind him is Ryan Acosta in the 38 car. And they're trying to go 3 wide for 2nd. And whoa, Ryan Acosta, he shuts the door on Joseph Lombard. Ryan Acosta wants to win today. And Jack Richards, he has yet another chance to try to win a race. Maybe he can finally get it done today. But don't count out that 3 car of Joseph Lombard. He used that exact same number and sponsor to sweep Kentucky in the Truck Series. And he has taken away 2nd from Ryan Acosta. As we now see a battle for 5th between Barney Ward and Dillon Poteet. We have 7 laps to go now, this time by. And Jack Richards, he's hanging on to that lead. And it turns out that Alexander Dawson had a broken camshaft. He almost had a full 2nd lead, but he is going to end up finishing 39th as Matthew McMurray makes the pass even though he's 2 laps down. Oh my gosh. Here comes Chevy Gilliam. He's trying to battle out Barney Ward for 5th. And whoa, Barney Ward, he drove it in there hard. And whoa, I think we had another spin. Is the yellow flag out? No, we're still green. I think we had another spin as they're catching up on Nicholas Wilson, who they easily lapped. And it looked like he's trying to hold up Dillon Poteet. Oh, this is not what Dillon Poteet needed. He's being held up by the 51 of Nicholas Wilson. That is not what he needed. And I think we had another car go around. I'm trying to see who it was. Oh, Peter Paolucci! Dang, Peter Paolucci's going down pit road. I guess he spun in turn 3, but we're still green. There's no caution out. Peter Paolucci, he led this race earlier. I'm trying to have a battle for the lead as we have 4 laps to go. Joseph Lombard has taken the lead from Jack Richards, but don't count out that 38 car of Ryan Acosta yet. These 3 cars are going to duke it out for this Kentucky win. Joseph Lombard has already won twice at Kentucky. He could make it 3 to match his number. We're going to have to wait and see as we see Ryan Acosta trying to go for the lead now. And Jack Richards is trying to bounce back. These 3 cars are trying to duke it out for the lead. This time by, we have 3 to go. As we see Peter Paolucci still on pit road. And here comes... As we see Ralph Greene trying to come back and forth. And here's Robert Brooks in 5th, and Red Bell in the 05. We guys have a race now, as Ryan Acosta is the race leader now, heading into turns 3 and 4. If the yellow flag comes out now, the race is over. And we're still green. This time by we have 2 to go. Ryan Acosta is the race leader, but here comes Jack Richards. Jack Richards, Ryan Acosta, and Joseph Lombard. These 3 are trying to duke it out for their first wins in the Mobil 1 Nationwide Series. And Ryan Acosta, he's hanging on. And here comes Joseph Lombard in the 3. He's trying to make a move on Jack Richards. And well, it looked like Jack Richards had to back off, and Ryan Acosta's going to pull away. Coming to the white flag, Ryan Acosta takes the white flag in the 38 Great Clip Chevy Impala. He has 3 car lengths ahead of Joseph Lombard. Coming out of turn 2 and heading towards the back straightaway is Joseph Lombard's last chance. He's going to have to make his move in turns 3 and 4. But Ryan Acosta, he is hugging that inside line. Coming out of turn 4, they're coming up on a lap car, but it doesn't matter, as Ryan Acosta will win the Measure 300. Ryan Acosta captures his first win in the Mobil 1 Nationwide Series. Ryan Acosta wins at Kentucky. Second place is Joseph Lombard. Third is Red Bell. Fourth is Ralph Greene. Fifth is Robert Brooks. Sixth is Jack Richards. Seventh is Barney Ward. Eighth is Chevy Gilliam. Ninth is Adam Chambers. And rounding out the top 10 is Dillon Poteet. Ryan Acosta already pitted, so congratulations to Ryan Acosta for winning the Measure 300 presented by Ritz. Before we show the finishing results, let's see what happened to Alexander Dawson, because that was unbelievable. Okay, here's what happened to Alexander Dawson. This was back on lap 31 out of 40. He had a huge lead, almost a full half-second lead, but heading into turn 2, he just lost it and blew up. As he goes under the apron, sadly, he will end up finishing 38th or 39th. I forgot where he was. Not a good day for JR Motorsports. He had this race in the bag, and then this happens. He is not going to be happy with this. Now let's take a look at what happened to Peter Paolucci, because I believe he spun out in turn 3, but the yellow flag did not come out. Let's see what happened to the 31 car. Okay, here's what happened to Peter Paolucci. This was on lap 34 that I did not see. Heading into turn 3, he drove it in there hard, and then he got into Matt Wells, but they both hit the wall at the same time and did not spin. So both of them, they stayed on the track. Peter Paolucci and Matt Wells, they got into each other again, just like at Road America. I believe there's a rival between these two. I bet Matt Wells was not happy that Peter Paolucci took him out again. Okay, Kentucky doesn't have a finishing screen, so I apologize ahead for that. But congratulations to Ryan Acosta for winning at Kentucky. He started way back in the field in 37th, and he climbed up and won. We had 2 cautions for 8 laps, and we had 10 lead changes. Joseph Lombard, he came so close on capturing his 3rd win at Kentucky, but he's going to have to settle for 2nd. Red Bell finishes 3rd. Ralph Greene pretty much finished where he started. Robert Brooks ends up 5th. Jack Richards in 6th. Daytona winner Barney Ward ends up 7th. Chevy Gilliam 8th. I'm sorry. Adam Chambers ends up 9th after starting at 33rd. And rounding out the top 10 is Dillon Poteet. Wilson Kennedy, he had a chance to go for the win, but I guess he just got stuck on the high side and couldn't get it done. A good run for Aaron Reed, starting in 35th and ended up finishing 12th. Rounding out Rounding out the top 15 are the Fiegel brothers, Adam and Tim. They both started in the back, but they come out with top 15s. As we take a look at the rest of the field here. Alex Drayton ends up 21st. Trent Dunham ends up 22nd. Tyler Williams dropped back to 23rd. I don't know what happened to him. Connor Breeden, he was up there for a while, but he got stuck on the high side. Evan Brinker ends up 28th after starting near dead last. Running out the top 30 in his debut is Joshua Collard in the 87. Tim Shell, broken header, ends up 41st. Das Kablande, he didn't even get a chance to run in this race, so he's going to finish dead last. Cody Llamas ends up 40th. Alexander Dawson, he led the most laps, but he just blew up in turn 2, and he ends up finishing 39th. Peter Paolucci ends up 38th, and Matt Wells ends up in the top 35. But I bet he's not happy with Peter Paolucci. These two are going to have a rival pretty soon. Man, this race was insane. And here are the point standings after 18 races. Well, that's going to do it for Kentucky. We'll see you next time at New Hampshire.